Hey, this is C Magic.
My name is Marilyn Stevens.
My name is C Vivian Stringer.
Hi, I'm Dawn Staley, and you're watching
FeedbackToMagazine.com.
FeedbackToMagazine.com interview Basketball Hall-of-Famers Dawn Staley, C. Vivian Stringer, and a host of accomplished female basketball players to get their take on the WNBA pay discrepancy. We asked Dawn which WNBA player's game best resembles hers, and also we asked C. Vivian Stringer the probability of Becky Hammon becoming the first female NBA head coach. Next on FeedbackToMagazine.com. Portland Trail Blazers guard Damian Lillard stated that the WNBA players should be compensated with more money and be treated like professional athletes. WNBA legend Dawn Staley agreed with Lillard's statement, but Staley, the current head women's basketball coach at the University of South Carolina, stated that only if there's enough revenue generated should the players seek a pay increase because the league is too vital to young girls.
I do think women need to be paid more. I also think we need to look at how to accomplish that without losing the lead. So we need to keep the whole big pie, and put it in perspective. If there's money, more money for our players to make, then they should be paid. If it's at a pay scale where they're just surviving, I'd rather have a league than not, because having a league opens up doors for little girls who will grow up knowing they can be a professional athlete here in the United States.
Marilyn Stevens, who's Temple University's women's basketball all-time lead in scorer and rebounder, believes that the WNBA players are also justified in wanting an increase in salary.
We need to support women's sports. We need to support WNBA. We need to support them just like the NBA was supported. And the women are working harder. I think we've been working even harder because we're mothers, parents. We have to do everything and play sports and put food on the table. Okay, so it's well worth it.
Maryland's high school teammate at Simon Gratz, Debbie Lytle, who was enshrined in the University of Maryland Athletic Hall of Fame in 2014, believes too that the ladies should be paid more because of equal opportunity.
They play a sport just like the men are playing a sport, and the men are making millions of dollars, and they have a fan base now, so why not reward them for the accomplishments that the WNBA even exists today? Wish it would exist back when we were playing.
Staley, who was voted by fans as one of the top 15 players in WNBA history, was asked which current WNBA player's game is similar to hers.
Oh man, there's a whole lot of new school guards out there. Wow. I would probably have to say
Maya Moore, well, she's technically not a point guard.
More like Skylar Diggins when I was younger.
Yeah.
When I was a pro, I'm more like the seasoned Sue Bird, where just being a distributor. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
The WNBA average salary is $71,635, while the NBA minimum salary is $560,000. C. Vivian Stringer told FeedbackToMagazine.com why WNBA players deserve a pay increase.
Because contrary to what people say, people are always saying, well, it's not in what you make and all that, but let's be real. People's value is being determined by the dollars that they get. If you're getting paid $500,000 to get this interview right now, guess what? Everybody like, hey, you're the man. Am I right?
You're right.
So let's keep it real. Talk about it on both sides of it. And when you do that, then you can be sure that women are being paid more. And there's a lot of movement progressing forward. For example, in the state of New Jersey, our governor said, I don't want to be that one that runs in the pack and says equality for women. He said, I want to lead the pack. And that speaks volumes for me. It's because I've always been a progressive-minded, thinking person, and I've been very fortunate to have been in the company of athletic directors and people who are supportive and don't look at a woman as this is your place. My place is any place that I deserve to be, and that's what we've got to have. We've got to continue that, and when we do that, we'll be fine.
Rutgers women's head basketball coach and Hall of Famer Vivian Stringer provided some insight on former WNBA player and current San Antonio Spurs assistant coach Becky Hammon and the likelihood of Hammon becoming the first female head coach in the NBA.
I would like to see her do that. I think that it's great. It's kind of interesting because over the years, various people would ask, well, what do you think of coaching in the men's level? I admire so many women that perhaps could have, but know that we have a way to go, and we need as many outstanding women coaches as we possibly can. But Becky, I think the shout out that and the recognition that Pop has given her is invaluable. And pretty soon, I think it's going to be with her coming on that scene. It's going to be passé. I mean, like, so what? It'll come back right back to the thing that we're talking about. Basketball is basketball. So whether that is something that the Adidas, Nike, Under Armour, whatever, is going to embrace, believe me, they are, because everyone wants to catch that new wave. And that new wave is that female athletes that's able to go into those areas. And when that happens, quite honestly, I think what you're going to find is that in this instance, there are a lot more men in women's basketball. That's true, right? But I think with Becky, with Becky's emergence, we need a lot more opportunities like that. And I think that there's a number of young women that are coming up now that's saying, hey, we're ready. Let's bring it on. And when the guy has been trained, like, for example, I would imagine that the athletes that are, with the San Antonio, I would imagine that they have gotten used to her voice. I noticed she was doing a lot of coaching in the summer league, right? So I think that if she shows that she knows what she's going to do, that's what's going to happen. She's going to do that.
I'm Sonny Pinkney, feedbackthemagazine.com.